Gill Showdown. Gill torches Smith with receipts. I'm not gonna lie, today felt like accountability finally showed up to Congress. Jack Smith was in the hotbox and the heat was real. Here's what went down. GOP Representative Brandon Gill pressed Smith on subpoenas for Republican lawmakers' phone records after the 2020 election. Yes, including then-Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Smith's team not only got the records, they secured non-disclosure orders so the targets wouldn't even know. Gill called it what millions of us see it as: government power, behind closed doors, aimed at political opponents. Smith pushed back. "My office didn't spy on anyone," he said, arguing this is standard prosecutorial work to map out a suspected conspiracy. But let's be clear, collecting toll records of top Republicans without their knowledge, more than half a dozen lawmakers, crosses a line for a lot of Americans who actually care about the Constitution. Gill didn't blink. He said Smith walked all over the Constitution. He raised the speech or debate clause, pointing out that at least 8 senators got swept in, with gag orders attached. That's not a rounding error. That's a strategy. Now Smith insists it wasn't political. He says, "No one is above the law." Fine, hold everyone to the same standard, in the light, not in secrecy. Today mattered because sunlight hit the process. We heard on the record that the special counsel's office went after lawmakers' phone data and kept them from knowing. That admission should bother anyone who believes in checks and balances. Even outside the room, the tremors were felt. On Truth Social, President Trump said Smith was being decimated before Congress. He also claimed perjury, without evidence. But here's the bigger point. The era of rubber-stamping secret fishing expeditions is over. I'm glad Gill brought the receipts and the fire. This is what oversight is for: forcing answers, setting guardrails, and reminding prosecutors that power must be bounded by the Constitution, not convenience. Is investigating crime important? Absolutely.
Yes.
But spying, yes, Republicans are calling it that, on elected representatives behind their backs with gag orders? That demands scrutiny. If the process is as routine and defensible as Smith says, then it should withstand public questioning without the hedges. Today was a win for transparency, a win for due process, and a step toward making sure nobody, prosecutors included, sits above the rules they claim to defend. Accountability isn't partisan, it's American. Do your job. Do it by the book, and in the daylight.